318. 318. What? Let's see. Oh, this one. Yeah. I like the accumulation here. It says, well, I'm gonna try a short at 102. Short at 102. I really just don't want to see these highs ran. So it'd be like an 8-point stop or so. I think it's worth a shot because then we're looking to drive out. So from 102, we'd be looking to drive out the 80s down here. Already got a bearish 1 minute order block here. So I might not get an entry here. But even if we don't get an entry, it doesn't mean we're chasing any of that. Oh, that's rough. But, all right, there's your lows. Obviously, taking the limit orders off up there. No entry, but notice, like, as soon as you chased. Notice, though, this is the biggest thing. Your low that mitigated this order block. Once we come back down, we should not be. The order block is already tapped into here. There's no reason price should be coming back down to close back below. The only reason, what that means is price has a different objective than bouncing from this 1 minute order block. I mean, so what's next? You just look left. What do you got there? The lows. It took you out at 108. Oh my gosh. But that's the good thing. That's what's so nice about London. Like in New York, we get to close below. We would have had a freaking stop run of 20 points up here first, come back to this order block, and then go down to the lows. But London, you get to close, and price just does what it absolutely should do. So, yeah, love London. Do. It's a lot more chill. You don't get the nasty stop runs or anything. But now the biggest thing to pay attention to is, do we get a close below here? If we're still in that 15-minute order block, but if we get a close below, we can look for a short from where? Assuming this is the last order block before breaking down. This would become your responsible. Yeah, no, I'd love for my funded trades to be done before New York. Absolutely. Doesn't always happen, but yeah, go back to bed, Hidalgo. We'll see you. Yep. For sure, Steve. For sure. Remember, this order block just doesn't mean too much to us unless we close below. We did not get to close below, so we're not breaking structure down. This is still our 1 minute structure right here. This would be a breakdown. This would be a break above. Other than that, this is all just internal. Don't get confused by these little swings. It's obviously hindsight now, but obviously we sweep the low, we come back up, we blow through this order block. So what do? We look left to the next untapped order block, and we see obviously that's where price went. Happened a little quick to talk about in real time, but there you see it. So if we're bearish, this is where I expect. But because those lows were already ran, it's not a short I'm taking. We're looking for price up to this order block. I will say a soup here, and we end up coming up closing above, breaking structure to the upside. I'm absolutely looking for a long inside of what would be this like 1 minute range if we got it. But as right now, just let your structure tell you on the 1 minute which way this thing wants to go. Wait for us to break out to one side. Look like 5 minute devil's marks a little sketch there on the lows. Not a good low there. Steve, have you seen options indicator? His new indicator of unmitigated 50s. It shows all the unmitigated 50s. It's pretty good. Yeah, so if you go to your indicators, it's, or is it unmitigated 50% of the range by out of options. So obviously, like I said, it wouldn't be a short I would try because of that, but we see the reaction we're getting out of here. Take a low, come back, mitigate. Now we'll see if we get a close below. Yeah, I thought it would be something that you potentially like. He's also got one that draws the ranges for you automatically as well. There goes that 5 minute low we were talking about. Little devil's mark. That did not last. No close below there. About pretty much 50% of this hourly range. I did want to look at the daily. Let's see where we sit on the daily. So that daily 50 takes us to right back down to these new order blocks, the bodies. So it's an interesting level. You can see price getting back to. Obviously, we know where we hit yesterday. We worked right off CE of that weekly SIBI. Did we get still not a 1 minute close? Oh, the paid one? Yeah. Yeah, he wanted me to test it here. He gave me access, but I'm not gonna push that on the people here. That's why options made like a free one. I haven't tried it yet though. I would rather just draw myself. I trust myself. Yeah, I mean, for the lower time frames, I can see it, but see if I can add it quick. I don't have it too. All right, guys. While we're waiting for this to see if we close below, scripts. Where is it? I believe this is it. Yeah. Oh, I do have it. There it is. God, it's a lot. Yeah, 15 seconds, good. I do love me some 15 seconds, but for now, like I said, we're just waiting to see what side of the range we're gonna break out of. Still your break above, break below. Go down and close below now. You can look for a short off of this order block. Should we get a close below and then a retrace back up into it? Usually you'd expect a bigger move at Alpha 3 o'clock so far, but we'll see. Like I said, with a lot of news coming this morning, by a lot of news I mean jobless and GDP, not too much, but pretty much the biggest news of the week besides PCE tomorrow, so there's a chance we just chop. Obviously we had a big move yesterday, we all know about that. What up, Luma? Yeah. Early. See if we finally get a candle close below here. All right, so there you're breaking down on the 1 minute. No. The next low to watch would be your 15-minute here. But remember, same thing we had on the 1 minute up there. If we close below this low, still got 8 minutes yet, a lot of time. But if we close below this low, I would 100% expect what? A move down to these order blocks to hit that 2040 level back inside the WOG. Yep. Later, Cash. Oh, he's already gone. Said the other thing will be, does the 5-minute close under? Looks like, do we get a 5-minute order block here? Let's see. I've got a light short sitting up inside this 1-minute VI at 90, right at that 2090 level. We'll give it room to breathe just because of this little devil's mark. It's still only 7-8 points, so I like the risk here. We'd be looking to bring it down to that 2070 level, down to the new log. But so far, it looks like just a tap of 50. But we'll leave it there. So, yeah, there's your 50%. No, Luma didn't get tagged in up here. Not yet, anyway. I got new order blocks. We look for these two. We look for these to hold. We close over these. Where do we go? We go up to the next order block. Nice, Loma. Yeah, if you're in, I'll be holding for that new wog. For sure. It looks like you might have just taken profit, so. Yeah. Nice. So we know we're breaking down her. But I'm not just gonna keep shorting random order blocks inside of here. This is the one that's important to me because this is still the one that drove the break. So. Sheesh. All right, well, there's the order block. All right, who's talking tariffs at 4 a.m.? Ugh. I'd be looking for the fill of the Anuwag, Steve. I believe I'd at least be looking for the previous day low. I mean, I'd probably be happy with a take profit there, to be honest. But I did get tagged into the short here. Break responsible. Yeah, about 20K. Sounds good. Yeah. Yeah, right at it. But it's just a 4 a.m. candle. Oh, what up, Mike? He is awake. He's alive. He's alive. So if this short's going to fail, it's going to be because of this order blocker right here. We need to see this order block correct. Want to see it wrecked. Do have a trim sitting at that 2070 level. Basically right here is a trim coming off. And now we got runners. You see why that is your important order block there. This one, sure, I mean, a lot of times we'll hold it and just keep on going down, but leaving your responsibles up there untapped, we like to come back for them. Yeah, Mike, go to work. But now we're paid. Looking for the new log next. It's like 2053 would be the next area where I look to pay myself. 2053 because I'm on MNQ, of course. If you're on NQ, I'd be waiting for the actual new log tap. And 4 a.m. hit and the volatility just went like that. So this is where I'll move my stops. Move my stops just above that 93 level now. Why? Because we have another break of structure to the downside, which means we have what? A new responsible order block. This big boy. So we would not expect. I can't say expect. I would not want to see price violating this now, because this could be your whole new break of structure back up. So that's absolutely a possibility after tagging the new log. Alright, second trim came off there. And there's the new log, and the last one will be going for that 20,010 level. Actually, let's see. So what I see here is price moving through these order blocks here on the 5 minute. So once we close below here, what should we expect? I would expect price down to our next untapped order blocks, which should bring us down to basically like, you know, this area. And this could be an area where I expect it's the origin of the move, right? So this is a spot where you could definitely see some support and get like this could be like a 50% retrace, and then we get the move back lower. So I've only got one runner left, just manage accordingly. But we'll try to hold it for that 20,010 level. 20,010 just because it's just above the previous day low. Possible. It's possible we could hold it all day, but remember, London can absolutely be our manipulation leg as well. So it could be a sweep of previous day low, fill the log, and then we get a huge retrace too. So you see already we're tapping into this area of consolidation here. move. I would say to watch this area right here as well. So pay attention to all these little order blocks inside of here. It's probably just one big 15 order block, yeah. So 15 order block with a devil's mark, you can absolutely get a retrace, but I said we hope it keeps this going down to deliver to our TP, but this is where you have to look left and anticipate that this is a spot where, you know, we have a whole new responsible order block up here. You can get all the way up here before you end up coming down here. So, but if we come back up inside of here, we're already paid. We can add to our positions here, looking for price to then continue lower too. But it measures at the low. That's a good sign then, Mike. It's a good sign. What time do you normally get up, Mike? I know it's not this early. Yeah, about the same. Who all caught a piece of that? Hopefully some of you did. As soon as Mike joined, we got the volatility. Weird coincidence. I am. Wow, literally as soon as we got tagged into the short. This is what we're kind of expecting here. A little retrace of some sort. Makes sense. Right? You gotta drive out the people that are chasing the lows. Absolutely. Nice, Steve. Yeah. So only having one left, I'm contemplating the same thing here, so I don't have to deal with a retrace up here. Just yeah, I have moved TP to 2020. I'll be happy with that. And I will, if we don't take the low and we go all the way back up, I will look to reshort up inside of here again. So and look to play it twice. It sure was, Mike. It sure was. But Nice. I'm glad it was worth waking up for 70 points there. That makes it worth it. It makes it worth it. Yeah. Yeah, very, very nice. The key was this close here. The key was this close here. Once we got this, we talked about this being our order block that drove the break of structure, right? And if we see how that held, we got our break of structure back down here, back below the new low. So we look at what? We look at our order blocks that drove the break of structure and had limit orders sitting right there at that 90 level, right at that VI, almost a top tick for 70 points. 70 points down there. So very, very nice. That's what I love about London. Yeah. But yeah, so out of the short, waiting. If we get a retrace all the way back up here, I will 100% entertain a short again. But I would wait for a 1 minute order block because yeah, it's previous day low, but look, it's your it's also the origin of the move from yesterday's move up. I guess it would be last night's move up. So it could be just a retrace for full mitigation, and then we go all the way back up. So I would expect us to go down and take that previous day low. So I would expect a move down out of here, out of this. So this is the area to watch, right? But even if we're going to low even if we are going to the lows, they're not going to let everybody just chase, right? You're not just going to get in here and chase the lows. Last order blocks in the leg, very, very dangerous for retraces. Must be aware of them. Yep. You got 5 minutes. Hell of a move back up. This is probably about 50. I would say it's about 50 back up. Yeah, right there's 50. So we could absolutely just retrace here too. So, but I'll wait for a move up inside of here. This takes you into a premium as well. But no one else caught anything out of that short besides. If you didn't, you at least understand why, right? You understand why a short there made sense. Did you get in time, Mike? I mean, sounds like you did. You mentioned micros, but or everybody else fell back asleep. 2037. That's not a bad TP either. Nice rejection off 50 here. You get a 1 minute order block to the upside. I would expect that to be our push up to the order blocks up here. Nice. That's awesome. What timing. Yeah, that's great. Oh, you can go back to bed now, Mike. But yeah, going back to just a pure structure, we'll either for the for the framing the potential next trade would be here. We'll look for a 1 minute order block off of this. Boom. Just because the stop would be like it's like a 22-point stop, which is normal in today's NQ. But seeing this is these are the last order blocks in the leg, this could be full on retracement. But if we get a 1 minute order block off of that, then I would be okay taking it because it's gonna make my stop smaller. We're getting a 1 minute order block off of the last responsible. Then I'm okay taking it, and then I'm shooting for the lows. If we break up, remember this high right here is your protected high, your last high that drove a new break. So if we break above here, then we're breaking structure to the upside, and then I would expect all these highs to get ran. Besides, well, the only thing I see is this untapped order block here. So that would be the first target. Obviously, we close above here. If we close above, I guess there's an order block here too, but I would expect us to run these untapped order blocks. And then if we're going to reverse, we would reverse here. But what you should be taking out of it for the ones that aren't in streams every day is the market's moving untapped order block to untapped order block. Great. Things moving here. I'm glad I covered the last one there. This would be an annoying move back up, but anticipated. Let's see what happens inside of her. Best case is we get up to the little devil's mark and stuff inside of here, but we'll see what we get. So candle close below here, I would entertain a short. Would be my stop would be about 59 to 74 or so. What we love about London, there's not a ton of manipulation, if any. Still, I prefer a little bit higher. But beggars can't be choosers, I guess. Mike, I did take a long before stream started as well. As I was telling Ammo, keep an eye on, see if we get an order block here. But I longed this low. I longed this order block. Let's bring out the demonstration mode. I longed this order block right here. Longed right here, looking to drive out the highs. Went to break even after we made this 1 minute order block, and then see we came back and I ran it. I was showing them the minute I knew I was gonna get stopped at break even. So I longed here at 123 was my entry. I longed here, and after these lows dipped into this new order block. Once I seen this candle right here come back down and close below, I knew I was toast. I knew it was gonna come back down, swipe this list the low again. Why? Because we came back down, closed below the low, the candle that mitigated the order block here. So and then it was just a little retrace back up to mitigation, and then right back down. So that was a break even trade, but. No order block yet. So if we get an order block here, yes, we could hold this one, and if this holds, then we'll get stopped, sure. But let's do we get it? All right, I'm gonna short this 1 minute Sibi here at 61. I'm gonna try it. Something get tagged in. Obviously, a little more risky because we are delivering from this 1 minute order block now. So, but small size because we have a little bit bigger stop. Just a little 3M and Q play for me. We'll give it a little room to breathe because I know we could come back up inside of here. Really hope not, but we'll see. We'll see. Kind of a hard stop at 76. This thing looks like it wants to go. Looks like she wants to go. So yeah, just a hard stop at 76. So if we get stopped out up here, I'll expect us to go up to this civvy in this devil's mark. And if so, then I will look to short again if we get an order block off of that. For this to play out, you want to see come back down and close below here. Yeah, we're gonna hold that order block. It looks like here. Is there? What's ES doing here? Let her play out. Let's see. ES hasn't taken the high. Pretty bullish here to get back up there. No SMT. All right, and I guess okay. So I got stopped out there. We'll see if we get up inside of here and get another order block to the downside. Notice that yeah, we got the order block down. We got the order block down to come down, hold this order block, and then should have known as soon as we held this one here and got that wick. Told the story, but we'll see what happens out of here now. So I would absolutely try it again if we got to close below here. If we don't, and we end up closing above, we can look to long any order blocks that form down inside of here. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. But now everything's really filled, so I didn't expect to take any trades, and we've had 2 now, potentially 3 if this gives us an order block. So not bad. Just might have been early on the first entry. But this is the dangers and why you must pay attention to your last order blocks in the leg. We talked about it all the way down here to expect a retracement of some sort. Yeah. You know, this was a loss. It's not a trade that I regret because it goes with my trading model, with my trading setup. So absolutely not anything I regret. Can't be afraid to put the trades on. It's something that took me a long time. I'd sit here and stare at it and be like, I don't know if I want to take this. I don't know if I want to take this, but just put the trade on. If it's part of your setup, it's part of your plan, put the trade on. Look, I took my setup. I took my setup up here and deliver 70. Here I take about a 15-point loss, but guess what? I'm still green. Even if you have a, you know, a 50, even if you have like a 30% win rate, but if your constant winners are like this, not that you should always be going. I mean, not that every trade is going to be 70 points, but you can have a negative, a below 50 win rate and still be a profitable trader, which means you just put it, you put the trades on. I like to use, like, they call it like the 5-second method. You see your setup, you put the trade on. You don't give your mind any time to talk you out of it or anything like that, because then you regret. And then when you regret and you see it start to work, what do? FOMO sets in, and then you start chasing. And then what do we do? Oh, we hit an order block down here. You're chasing at an untagged order block, which is going to lead to what, a 50% retrace. So then then you're flipping long, and then the whole spiral starts of a tilt. So just put the trade on. Every day for New York. For London, this is kind of like just a special occasion. But if it's gonna be this good, I might start. Yeah, I'll absolutely think about it. Yeah, that's pretty good. Exactly. He doesn't. Even though we did have a pretty crazy 4 a.m. candle, but that's what tagged us into the short. So I guess we'll take it. This was the 4 a.m. candle. We thought it was a tariff candle here. Sarcasm, but it's just usually pretty clean. Like, it's easy to look at this and explain everything that happened, and we talked about everything happening before it happened as well. So, or okay, maybe not saying okay we should go here, but like it was more of a okay, if we don't close above here, we should go here. We close below here, we should go here. And guess what? We did. So now we'll wait. So what I'd be looking for now is if we get a break of structure up here. Remember, we're still in this responsible though. So, but if we're bullish and we're delivering off of the origin of the move down here, we break structure up. I would consider this entire area our bullish responsible. You can then look for boom and then higher. Something like that. I think it'll be a suit, Mike. Yeah, I mean it could be a suit. Yeah, I could see it. You talking because that devil's mark? But in terms of structure, we got to get the close above. We get the close above. Our next target should be where? It should be up to here. We got the equal highs. I would say we should obviously go to this little doji, but that bad boy will get swept. We should push up to equal highs and then up to this would be like areas to pay yourself off the rip. So let's see if we get a close. And the fact that you're blowing through your responsible here says not bearish anymore. Now we could swipe it and soup it, but if we get a close above, forget about it. So no close there. While we got a minute, I'm gonna grab some more coffee. Looks like still no close. Yeah, we got midnight up there, and that's actually midnight is the reason. I can't say it's the reason, but that was my long earlier, the long here slapped midnight, slapped into the unmitigated. Which I seen this when I went long. I was like, okay, well we have unmitigated up here. I obviously could have paid myself there, but I was bullish because of the 15-minute structure was bullish as well. Which that's something else to pay attention to here. To keep in mind, our 15-minute structure is still bullish. Because we had order block here formed, boom. This is our protected high because this high drove our new low, which is from the gap down overnight. But then we closed back above it. So our structure is still bullish here on the 15. So from like an ICT perspective, you're still looking at what? This is your swing. You're just, all we did there was deep discount up to just to return to a discount to mitigate everything. See what happens though. There's no close yet. This could be interesting as well. But now irresponsible goes from here, not anymore, goes to these ones. Still not getting that close. What up, Gunnar? Yeah, we caught a 70-point short. We entered right here at 90 on this retrace. And caught that, and we covered down here. I covered right at 23. Down inside of these order blocks. We've seen this. We've seen, while we're waiting here, we've seen break a structure down from this low. Break a structure down, and then we've seen our responsible order blocks. So our limit order short was sitting right at this VI. right at this VI inside of the 1 minute responsible order block. So pretty much top tick for 60, 70 points. We did take a loss. We took a loss right here. So we took a loss expecting we shorted this 1 minute order block off of what this was our, because after this became our new responsible order block after a new breakdown. So we got an order block off of that. So something I would try every single time. It just didn't work there because we ended up holding the wick of this order block. But now we're just watching this high here to see if we get a break of structure to the upside. And if so, we'll flip bully. But definitely was worth waking up for. Always feels good to have one funded account green going into New York. Nice. We'll be here. I go get breakfast in Orlando in a little while. Yep, it sure is. Sure is our son. Sure is. Watching and no close above here makes me want to try this 1 minute order block again. Just got to be careful because this could just be a move down to, these are unmitigated here. So I got about 5 hours of sleep. I'll sleep after New York. Oh, Hidalgo's awake again. Dude didn't go back to sleep. Alright, I'm going to try this 1 minute order block short. Again, sizing down a little bit because of we are holding these order blocks, but if we're going down, this is where it should start. The stop will just be if we get a 1 minute break of structure back to the upside. Deep dig. What was Hidalgo? We caught yeah, we caught the short from 90. Looks like may not get tagged in here. Maybe. Oh. I like that close for shorts though. We close below every single order block inside of there. Still have a limit sitting up here. Still have a limit. See if we get tagged in here. There is an 80 there. There is an 80 there. Let's see. All right. Got the tag there. We just don't want to see it close above these highs. Action there. Did you take it, Hidalgo? You took it? You took the 80? You took the 80? MNQ took these lows. Not an awful spot to pay yourself here. There's some about 12 points or so off the short. So we at least drove the lows. Let's see if we get a close below. You want to see a close below here. Get a close below here, we should be cooking. Because we just hit this VI, so you want to see us close down inside of here. You don't want to see it close back above this high. But definitely a good spot to pay yourself inside of there. All right, like to see that displacement. Looks like a ton of points, but it's only 14. Or we are in London. We are in London here. We do want to see it close below here. We get this close here. We can move stops back above this high, right? Because now we're making order blocks to the downside. You don't want to see us violating 1 minute order blocks. All right. So stops will move just above this high. We'll take them to 88 stops to 87 now, so 4 points into profit. You should be paid here. You watched it twice? Dang. What did we hit there? Anything crazy? But yeah, we want to see this order block holding out. This thing's going down. That's a bullish ass candle on the 1 minute though. So it's not the best low there for a 1 minute candle. Barely any wick there. Yeah, devil's mark down here as well. But if I was bullish, I would not like where this thing just bounced. Very, very strange spot to bounce. But right there basically be my break-even stop. Break-even because paid here, and then just up here would be, so just obviously 3 points into stop. But crazy. I don't understand why that's a weird spot for us to bounce. I would not trust that at all. But I guess it's just a 15-minute VI. It wasn't even a 15-minute. Just a really weird spot. I would not be comfortable looking for a long out of here now, because of that. But at least we got, what did we get there? 82, 15 points or so. But very weird spot. Blowing through the responsibles now. But we did break structure to the upside now, so which means just to be irresponsible. I'm not gonna try along from that. Now if we're delivering from, order block down here or something, but it's just very strange. So we'll tape rate it. We'll see if it goes. But you would expect us up to this order block with the break of structure. Wait, what a pump. Just absolute madness. What is going on? It would, yeah. I mean, see, it's obviously we're blowing through here. We know we're price going up to here next. Oops. Wild. So the reversal just started at 4 o'clock this morning instead of 3. I guess 3 still gave us a nice move down. Started to move down, move up. Yep. Just all I see would be this 15-second order block that held there. That's it. But yeah, so structure's back to bully. Structure's still bully on the 15. Yeah. Because we're tapping into her, but it does have that has that market maker buy model look to it. beware. So where's our 50 sit of this little range? Down there, the 90. Would entertain something off of 50 and the order block down there around 80 if we got down there, but so I just sit patient and wait. You see why our stops, as soon as we get this order block, you did not want to see, when we were short, you did not want to see price run back through all this. So shows why a stop right there was perfect, because it just means if we came back and blew through all that, it was telling us price wanted to run for obviously these highs. So that's why stops went to just above there, just above the entry. So basically had a free run going for the lows. Would have been, it really don't matter, would have been about, going for 70. The RR, absolutely worth it. But let's see if we get down to 50 and inside of here, potentially get a long setup. Just because what, we're following structure. Our 15's bullish, our 1 minute's bullish now. One other thing that I wanted to pay attention to, because I've looked at this a few times, is the 30-second opening range of London tends to be respected, just like New York does. So 30-second opening range. So we ran to what, -8? -4 would take us basically to the highs. Interesting. Yeah, not a 1 minute here I would short. Yep. I think a lot of people got cooked chasing those lows. Chasing those lows. This thing's gonna give us another push back up to that midnight. And it takes us back up to what? Accumulation up here, mitigation of these old blocks. Say now, if we come back down and when we would close below this low, you should get a move down to the responsible down here. At least a 50. Sheesh. I mean, I always size small, Steve. So I mean, like my normal trades are 3 to 5 MNQ, no matter what. Yep, top setbacks. Yeah. I mean, I have Tradeifys too on Trade of 8, but it's the same no matter what. For me. Yeah. So for my Tradeifys, I just use Replicanto, which I'm sure you have. Right. They definitely do, because if you think about it on top step with top step, they're giving you 2,000. They're giving you $2,000 of drawdown, and they're asking you to make 10% of that drawdown every single day to get a payout for 5 days. It's definitely a little sketch, but. But let's see here. So we might gonna move down to 50 here. So should we get a close blow here? Move down to 50 and this. Not anything I would short. It's just in terms of simple price reading. And if we close below, price should go to the next area. That needs some love. We'll be looking for that 90 level, and then down into that 81 takes us to our order block that drove the new high. Let's see if we get a close below here. Looks like nope, we're not going to. No clothes. Yep. Yeah, the busy here. Like I said, best case look for a long would be down here though. Out of the 5 minute, 50. We don't be longing into a premium. So it's like this candle would be your. This is the high of your 5 minute order block as well. So anywhere in here is your money zone. Anywhere in there. Yeah, agreed. Nothing bearish. Nothing bearish right now. Oh. All these drawings. Remember, your 15 structure went from here, and now it's back up to here. Your structure's still bully. Your 1 minute structure is bully. We're just trying to get in. We're trying to get a piece of it. So we're just hoping for a little dipperoni. Going to got small order sitting down here at 86. Like I said, we'll just scale in lightly to this because this is the 5 minute, and then I can see us coming down to here as well. We'll add a little more here. I would just not want to see the swing low go. As much as I don't like that swing low in terms of structure, you would expect this area to hold price, but obviously still holding the premium area here. Let's go to let's bring out the old rainbow fib. Be a little easier to tell here. See, we're still holding the premium area here, so of that, which when we're extremely bullish, you can just expect, you can see that hold. I mean, personally, it's not a spot that I want to be longing from. I want to be longing from a discount. The first thing we learned is ICT traders. If we don't get an entry, it's okay. Yep, exactly, Steve. see that's what we're holding here. Just the first 5 minute Bissy's holding. We failed to put in a bearish 5-minute order block, so it's very, very bully. I would expect equal highs, obviously, and then the next area you'd be looking for is price up into these order blocks, this entire area. So in terms of just candlestick structure here, I would not want to see price back to close below this low. Close below this low, we should run the lows. Right? This candle already tapped into our order block here. So there's no reason for price to come back and close below this low. It means we're gonna come sweep this low. If that would happen. Just that's like in terms of candlestick structure and what's going on right now. Go high sit at what, 117. Very, very possible as well. Price starts to really slow down after 5, with our red folder news too. So let's keep that in mind. Still holding that little VI. Yep. Might just be a slow grind up here, or just a sideways move until we get news. So, absolutely, Mike. Not big news. We have GDP and jobless claims, but it's red folder. Enough to move the markets. So. Sheesh. So I would not want to see us close below this candle if you're bully. No close. So it's let's still entertain longs from this 86 area as well. We're down to that 50 now. We're definitely going to close below that low now. Look for push down to 50, that 90 level. Especially if we get close below there. Did not close below there. She did not. I noticed when we took out the low that tapped into that order block, though, what do? We go to the low. No SMT there. Just wait. If we hit 50, you could maybe look for long here, but would still not be long in here. I'll be waiting for 50 or my levels. Wait for your levels or no trade. Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. Sheesh. So these order blocks were already tapped into, right? By this candle. Get a close above here. It should run the highs. There's no reason price came back to there. The highs, and you'd be looking for price to get up into that 125 land now. So this would be a valid pullback now, to where if we got a retrace to, you know, inside of here, you could try to frame it along. You just gotta be aware of, we have an untapped 50 below us and an untapped responsible. So if this fails, you would expect to retrace down to here, but notice why this candle closures are so important. So important. Yep, that too. That too, Steve. See it on my other chart here. So yeah, so see what happens when I get up here. Our untapped 5-minute order block, so there's no reason we shouldn't tap into that. But that can be, you know, when we're looking at market maker models, you look left and it's these old untapped order blocks that drive what? They drive your lower time frame 50% retracements to then push higher. And then when we come back up, we'll push through it. So you could see something like, you know, that didn't work. You can see something like boom, boom, you're 50, and then something like that. So hopefully it's good. Like, as long as structure stays bullish, I would be, as long as the 15 stays bullish. So now I would be looking obviously for this low to hold. You would not, if you're bullish, like on a higher time frame, if you're in options or something, you would not want to see this low go today. If this low goes, then we're going, we're obviously going to fill the new log and probably go lower. I would say down to this order block, but nothing says that right now. Our structure is bullish, and as long as that remains bullish, I would be looking for a move up to that 293 area today, up to these old lows, and then your 50% of this hourly range takes you to, I think it was about 250 or so. So it was like 280. It was just below here. So a big confluence of here. So even if the price is bearish, like on a higher time frame, like on a 4-hour daily time frame, you still look for something like up to here and then continue lower, because we're not, we know we don't just go straight down, because we know we talked about it a little bit this morning, but there's a couple more people in here now, so we know where price rejected yesterday, right off CE of that weekly SIBI. So it can be a very, very, very powerful level that drives us all the way back down to the lows, but doesn't mean we're not going to get hourly retracements first. So did we get up to that 125 level? Yeah, we did not. All right. A lot going on here. Oh, he'll doggo. Oh, you shorted 20? Shorted 20? Down to 15? You're a madman. All right, so even if we don't hit the 5-minute first, doesn't mean we can't look for a long out of here to take us back up to that 5-minute. So either way. At 4:30, you're talking about at 4:20. Okay, that makes more sense. You're saying when we got this? I mean, if you're an inverse trader, sure. Obviously looks good. It wouldn't be something that I take personally. But so I'm not too much of an inverse trader anymore. I mean, it looks good, but in the moment, I don't know if I would have said it, it looks good, because you would have been longing into order block here, which it was, like I said, order block was already tapped, but that's what happens here. We can clearly see already where 50 lines up. It's gonna line up right at that order block, so. New break of structure here in 1 minute. Is you responsible? As long as we hold this, and if we blow through this, I expect us to go back down to 50, down to our order block down here. But As of right now, we can't even get to 50. So. See, we're still holding the premium of this area for now. But the riskier long is just entering into a position here, and you just wouldn't want to see us close through this order block. Or you can wait for a 1 minute order block for a confirmation entry. You can look for a 15-second, which is in entry model we talk about a lot every single day on stream. We look for a 15-second BISI off of mitigation of a 1 minute order block. So you look for a 50%. You look for a 15-second BISI off of it, and then you long that BISI up to your target. So that's another area. Or you can wait for an order block, or you can just long it. I mean, it's like an 8-point stop here. Wait and see if we get a 15-second. Let's see if we get a 15-second BISI here. Our new candle did open up with manipulation leg up here, so 20s. Oh, that 20. In here yet. We did not close through it. We do have this little guy here, but let's see. No BISI. No BISI. No sign of bouncing yet. See if we close below it here. Goes below it with a bearish order block. Obviously, this last order block can hold, but I wouldn't expect it to. Let's see if we get a 1 minute order block off of the last one in the leg here. See 103. There. This order block don't hold. We're looking for that 82 level. It's starting to get a little choppy now. Past that 5 o'clock hour. Dude. It's looking a bit messy. Later, coach. I did record it. I did. So far, just a return discount to the last order block. See how we went right to the body of it. We'll say you do have unmitigated here. So we're just starting to get choppy here. Order block is what's going on here now. So what if we close over this? We should push up to that 5 minute order block up there to that 125 level. This little pump here. Yeah, a bit choppy here, but notice how these lows, like I said, they held nothing but a break of structure up here, return to a deep, 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 deep discount. Blew through the responsible here, so what? We expect the next order block here. If we close below there, we would have watched price come down to her, but we didn't. Hopefully this is setting us up for a nice distribution run up to that hourly breaker up there, up to that 293 level, I believe. Yeah, hopefully it's setting us up for a nice move to get up there. Shall see, we have not closed through this order block yet. These lows are sketch. We'll see if we run up to this 5. And then we'll take a little breakfast break. See what kind of reaction we get out of here. Sheesh. Moving. Said no reason now we close above the last order block. No reason we shouldn't go run up into that 5-minute now. Your next unmitigated. Probably be some turbulence here though. See how we knew though, like as soon as we blow through that order block, there's no other thing where price can reject except up to what? The next unmitigated, up to that 5. Simple price reading. Let's see if we get some turbulence here. Or this thing just wants to push right up to midnight. What a gorgeous move, though, for London. Beautiful move down. All the way down to her. Mitigation on the lows. And a nice move all the way back up. Why can't New York be like this? New York would have 50 stop runs in here. Oops. But we are expecting a lot of turbulence here, but we closed above, so what? We expect... I would be looking for... That's not the delete button. That's not the delete button. Be looking for this area to hold. Tap of the responsible. So far, respecting the order block doesn't mean it's going to, but. I think it was a 15 as well. Yeah, it was. See. Took it. Let's see what happens. If you're bullish, you don't want to see it close to this, or we're going to go all the way down to these lows down here. You'll see all those devil's works down there. Which would make sense if we're just gonna stay in like a little seek and destroy type profile here. But All right, later, Hodago. Not showing a ton of respect here. I would say we're gonna move down to this Devil's Mark order block. These VIs down here, but we'll see. So not shorting, just and still not closing below. Just getting choppy. Just getting choppy. What happens here? Still holding. Slow and choppy. But still holding this area. Still holding. But which one do NQ? Still holding, still holding. But all right, guys, getting slow and choppy here. Gonna go grab some breakfast. We'll be back 9:15 or so for the New York session. Still pretty good London stream. Was definitely worth waking up for. Caught a good chunk of points. So green on the fundeds going into New York's always a good thing. So with that, we'll see you guys back here at the free stage. Like I said, free stream and stuff. Starting about 9:15 or so. Go get some food and energy, and we'll see you guys back here. So, all right. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see you soon.